Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Captain Quasar, and we are doing another unofficial H3 waiting room. We're going to do more of the H3 lore iceberg, but I do have one thing I want to talk about first, because we've been keeping up a little bit with the Vitaly situation. They seem to be getting all the IRL streamers. They have because they have Johnny Somali too, so it's good that they're finally reining these guys in. But Vitaly is just doubling down. I guess Johnny Somali is too. That they really don't seem to care because they're getting away with it up to this point. It's not like they've been reprimanded to the farthest extent that they probably will. So I just found this article and I found this hilarious. Russian vlogger makes L sign, seizes cop's hat during presser. So, Manila, Philippines. The Russian YouTuber who was arrested for allegedly harassing Filipinos is not yet done with his antics. Vitaly Zorvit Vitaly, 33, remained defiant even when he was presented by Department of the Interior and Local Government Secretary Johnvik Rumela in a press conference on Monday. Vitaly, clad in an orange prison uniform, was handcuffed. But this did not stop him from snatching the hat off of a police officer on his left. He also made the L sign while Romola was discussing his charges. So I guess they should have put his hands behind his back, maybe? Or some leg wraps or something. That might have worked. Welcome in, everybody. How y'all doing? Will Ethan ever be on time? I don't know. That's what I'm here for, though. It's only a benefit to me if he's later. So, who am I to complain? I will complain sometimes though because I'm like, I gotta do laundry. I got things that I need to work on. But yeah. So let's watch this video of him snatching this cop's hat.
The Russian vlogger who was arrested for allegedly harassing Filipinos was presented to the media in a press conference on Monday, April 7. While the press conference was ongoing, Vitaly Zodorovetsky was handcuffed, but this did not stop him from snatching the hat of an officer on his right. He also made the L sign while Department of Interior and Local Government Secretary John Remulya was discussing the Russians' charges.
The way these cops are like trying to help him out too, they're like, no, stop that, don't, come on, just chill out, man. Like, they need to get some different officers in here that'll manhandle him, throw him on the ground real quick, hit him with a quick, just leg sweep him.
According to Remulya, the vlogger is under the custody of the Bureau of Immigration as an undecidable alien. Remulya says the Russian will remain in the Philippines to face charges that will be filed against him.
Ay doon muna siya mananatili sa Bureau of Immigration Detention Facility sa Muntinlupa habang siya ay naghihintay ng paglitis sa kanya rito. Hindi po namin siya ididiko. Mananagot siya sa batas dito sa Pilipinas.
Remulya emphasizes that this
Did he just say suck a penis? I know he didn't, but that's what it sounded like.
Sa batas dito sa Pilipinas.
Remulya
sucking a penis.
Emphasizes that this case will serve as a warning for foreigners who will not respect Philippine laws.
Tapos na po ang mga dayuhan, nakala na lang, kaya na lang napasanin ang mga Pilipino. Ito'y ehemplo na seryoso tayo na sa sariling bayan natin.
Thanks for the subtitles, this helps.
Zodorovetsky was arrested after clips from his livestream videos went viral and drew the ire of Filipinos. Video clips showed the vlogger grabbing a security guard's hat and attempting to seize the gun of another security guard. He was also seen threatening to rob a woman.
Just the escalation of those things You know, he was harassing people, he was being annoying, and he threatened to rob a lady. But that was just a joke too. So recently, Vitali was spotted on video grabbing a security guard's hat, attempting to seize the gun of another security guard, and threatening to rob a woman in Bonifacio Global City in Taguig City. Vitali was arrested and was put under custody in a detention facility in Camp Bagong Diwa in Taguig. I know I'm saying all of that wrong, but he has over 10 million subscribers on YouTube, where he uploads mostly prank videos. That's not what he's doing right now. He's on Party or whatever else, you know, whatever other lame site is around currently. But yeah, so it sounds like they're trying to make a bit of an example out of him. They're not gonna go light, and they're gonna try and charge him in the country. Because I think the reason they don't know what to do is because if they could send him back to Russia, but he's probably asking for like to be sent to America, because that's where he's like been a citizen like for the last however long. I just don't get why these IRL streamers suck so much. I just realized he said that. Yeah, they should have hit a Batman Arkham move on him. Leg kick with an arm like clothesline. That'd be pretty sick. Okay, we have one more item in level 9, and then we're moving on to level 10. The Cody incident. These days, Cody Badrino, a longtime friend of Jeff Wittick, is a friend of the show who will often accompany Jeff to the studio. However, this was not always the case. When Jeff and Ethan were not on such friendly terms, Cody took Ethan's insults very seriously. This led to Cody making a video of him driving by Ethan's house and threatening him. Ethan was not okay with this, to say the least. So let's see when Ethan made fun of Cody the first time. Hey man, you can't go against the family. But how long ago was this? So yeah, this was 3 years ago. Feels like yesterday.
H3, Death Doodles.
H3. I'm supposed to go on your show. I'm thinking about it. I got a few list of requests that I need approved, and I need to get some things done before I agree to walk in on that show. Don't worry about sending over the address. I already got it.
Is that a joke? Like, that's what I'm saying. He goes, I'm not a criminal. I just know where you live. I don't get that joke. He does that too, where he's like, I'm going to do something about it if you don't.
I'm not a criminal, but I know a lot of criminals, so it's like one phone call away. Is it criminal activity for me to accept illegal material? Maybe. But I didn't get it on my own. They did. They figured it out.
Oh, Kavish. I'm going to do it for you.
That I need approved, and I need to get some things done before I agree to walk in on that show.
Hang on there. I got a text. Hold that thought there, Jeff. Hang on. I'm on Twitter. Hang on. There's something happening on Twitter. Hang on. Yo, check this tweet out. She got big knockers. Yo, check this chick out. She got big knockers on Twitter. Hold that thought.
Don't worry about sending over the address. I already got it.
You know the game.
What's he doing with that? Is he joking? Because it's not clear to me if he's joking or not. I mean, I don't think he has the address. So maybe he's just doing like a wise guy joke.
You'll find out after the episode.
Maybe I'll just not give him the address and see if he asks for it or not.
He's lucky that it wasn't after the show. He went outside and Cody's standing there smoking a cigarette by his car. that was the next option, but instead he decided to just go where he lives. Is that better or worse?
Saying it in a joking way.
It was a joke?
Probably worse.
It had a jokey vibe.
It did?
Well, he was like, I got a series of requests. Yeah, he's doing a little shtick there.
He's doing shtick? Okay.
Making peace, baby.
When AB told me that he said that because in the past he has threatened you in DMs, as we've talked about on the show, I was like, seriously? Like, this guy's still doing this? But watching that clip, I'm like, he's joking.
Can I give some advice to his editor or switcher or whatever? If the guy's on his phone not paying attention, don't show him for like an extended period of time.
But I'm all about making peace, baby.
It is almost like a bit. Like just having the dude there just like, what? What'd you say? Oh yeah. Oh fuck, I just fucking lost this level of Candy Crush, man. Fuck, you distracted me.
I don't want to
Like that shot. Probably better not to show him just idly on his phone.
show. Don't worry about sending over the address. I already got it.
You know the game.
This is like a shot where they the sound goes quiet and you hear his inner thoughts. Man, I'm gonna have meatloaf tonight for dinner. I'm gonna drink some beers and watch ESPN. Is this show still happening?
All about making peace, baby.
What a shot. Why cut to this?
They may have needed to. Maybe they were
a cut.
Yeah, because this is an edited podcast, right?
Okay.
They don't do it live, so
Maybe it was
they
a
just
cut.
needed a cutaway.
Maybe it was
edited.
Yeah. So
okay, it's a cut.
they're masking a cut.
But they
most
could have
likely.
used a shot of him listening. They didn't have to use the shot of
Maybe
him on
they
his
were
phone.
in a hurry. Yeah. It's not. It's not.
Just an
The thing is this. You have to do it for the love of the game, not just for the views, not just for the attention, because that'll come when it's time. Everybody's timing is different. You know, Jay-Z didn't pop off till he was 30 or whatever. I know it's not true, but there's a joke in something of like Michael Jordan didn't even touch a basketball until he was 25. I think that, I don't remember what that was in, but that's obviously a joke, but it's true that everybody has their moment. Some people pick it up quicker, some people pick it up later, but you really just have to make stuff that you really care about, and then it comes easier and you won't care as much. That's why this has been easier for me. I had like a bit where I wasn't doing as much content, but I actually do really like the H3 podcast, so I feel like talking about it is a lot easier, and it has a lot of like supplementary content as well, because it's like discussions of things that surround like I don't know, it's hard to explain because you want to just make sure that if you are doing things that are tangential, they're still related in some way. Oh, trust me, it bothers me every day, but I love the process, so it's okay. When I see it, when I do one of my own streams and it only gets like 50 views after like a few days, I'm like, damn. Or I do one of my own streams and it gets taken down because of copyright, I'm like, damn. But they call it a grind for a reason.
It's not the best
Just
B-roll.
an editor's note.
Yes, it's true. It's true.
I don't want to have enemies out there, but there's some.
The way to look about it too, I think we can move on past this clip. He just really does talk a lot of shit about Cody not paying attention, which is understandable. I mean, he's really just not present. It's a lot to blame on the editors too, on the switcher, because yeah, they should have just had the single shot on Jeff while he was giving his speech. Well, because the thing is this. Even if it doesn't currently translate to dollars and views, society might tell you that it's not worth anything, but that's like telling a carpenter that it's not worth working on a birdhouse because, you should just start making tables. Like, you have to build your skills in some way, and I'm currently building public speaking skills and the ability to develop my thoughts more thoroughly. both discuss topics and schedule things out and show my ability to create like an agenda. I don't do a lot of editing in my current videos, but my thumbnails and my different things that you do for your content is building a portfolio to showcase yourself. And that goes for anything you do. Is every little thing that you do, every time you do a little piece of writing, just laying out some thoughts, that could be a free writing piece that you use in a portfolio. It doesn't have to be something insane. Well, I really do appreciate it. I feel like there's a lot of creators in the space, and people just need to start supporting each other more. I support you. You can do it. Just keep on keeping on. That's really all you got to do. Is it because, like I was saying, if it really is about money, there's a lot of other things that can make you money. That's the truth. But if it's a thing that you're trying to build to eventually have some level of sustainability on its own, then obviously that's a decision to make. You don't need more than like 50,000 subscribers to be like a successful creator, really. But thanks, I appreciate. That's the way I see it. Is it's all about community. That's why we're all here, right? Now, let's get back to the videos. We could talk later. We can talk later.
Let's just say Jeff's not coming on the show for good reason.
Yeah.
And
do your own research, people.
I'll just say it. I mean, I don't care. He's Jeff's friend, the guy I was making fun of. He came into our fucking gated community and was filming driving by our house and saying, "I got all the info you need, Ethan. Don't test me." Like threatening me and my family outside my house. So that happened on Friday, and it was a fucking nightmare. And I had to call the police and talk to the police about it and file a police report. And like we had to tighten all the security at the gate. And I mean, so is Jeff a bad guy? Yes.
No, you just don't understand. Jeff's a good guy. You were just on the wrong side of it. That's the issue. It's nice to have good friends in bad places. You know what I mean? Nah, that's really funny. That's to show up to somebody's house like that. Insane. Yes. But it does send a message. I mean, I couldn't imagine. I'd probably just call him first. How'd you get this number? Doesn't matter. A friend of a friend. You never given your number to people? Got it online, whatever. You know, there's all types of ways. But going to the house is maybe a little too far.
Straight up. Yes, Dan?
Called it.
Oh yeah, they called it. You know what? Is he my best friend anymore? No. Friendship ended with Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff is a good guy trapped in a mobster's body. He's just that classic he's like a is Guido a slur now? He's like a Guido but he's like the mix of he's directly in between being a Guido or like a wise guy. He's right smack dab in the middle.
That was a horrible experience. They think it's funny, I guess, to drive by my house and intimidate me. I don't think Jeff had anything to do with it, just for the record. But he does put a guy on who's actually just willing to do something like that because I made fun of him for lifting an iron or lifting weights during his friend's heart-wrenching story. So just not sure that guy's ready to be on the internet. Also, yeah, what's interesting to note is that, so this guy, he posted a video to his Instagram stories, one in the daytime of him driving by the house, and one in the nighttime. So we did a whole ops situation.
You see aside that shit.
And then so the first drive-through, it turns out happened Thursday morning before we ever mentioned him.
Yep.
So I was goofing on Jeff the first time, you guys remember, and so his homie, before I even mentioned him, came and drove by our house.
Yeah.
To threaten me and my family.
Which makes sense, being that the day before.
Hey, it wasn't a threat. He was doing spec ops. You know, he was just trying to scope the place out. He said, any easy entry? Any open windows I can see? Oh, they got guard dogs.
Jeff put out that video and said, "Don't worry about giving us your address."
Yeah.
We have.
I thought
we thought it was a joke.
Yeah, Jeff goes, "Don't worry, don't send me the address. I know where you live."
Okay, guys, don't act like you fully were like, oh, that's so funny. He's just joking around. You guys were speculating if it was a joke. Because Jeff is crazy enough to have a homie pull up. And we know it to be factual now. It wasn't a misput speculation.
And we were like, why would he say that? Like, it's not, I guess it's a joke. But then I realized, oh, his friend actually came to our house and filmed the front of it.
Yeah, he'd been stalking you prior to you even knowing he existed.
Yeah.
He was stalking you.
So then when I goofed on him a little bit on Friday, he came back again and filmed it again. I don't know how he got in the second time, but we tightened the security now, so.
Zoomed into your windows, too, in the video.
Yeah, he showed my license plate. He zoomed into our house.
That's crazy.
So,
yeah.
Why when you said Jeff, didn't condone it, I mean, we can't know if he was part of this or anything.
No, I don't want to put any blame on Jeff. I don't think.
But why would he make that joke?
I don't know. I think maybe he knew, but they didn't post it until Friday.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to say. I can't say for certain that Jeff knew, and I don't want to put that, but, like, I don't think that dude should be on your show, bro, because, like, honestly, what I said about you guys was just in good fun, and it's not really to the level of going to someone's house and threatening them.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, most of us felt for Jeff. I mean, honestly, I was Team Jeff. I felt so bad watching his video.
I was Team Jeff all the way, right? Because even though I was goofing on him a little bit, I was like, I'm in your corner, bro. I want to support you. I want to help you with lawyers and stuff, and some silly, goofy jokes, or maybe some.
I mean, it's a comedy show. You're just joking around. It's not a big deal. But Jeff apologizes for Cody. That's kind of funny.
At Grand
He couldn't. He's too big of a man. He can't do it himself. That'd be cowardly.
So much to catch up on, eh? Okay, so here, let's get into some meat and bones here, as they say. So Jeff Wittick, as you guys know, his buddy did a drive-by on our house.
That makes it sound like he shot it up. Did I miss something? Did I skip too early in the video?
They got the message.
They lit it up. Lit the fucking house up. But the beef's squashed now, so it's cool.
And with the caption of, hey, I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was like, hey, I know where you live. I can get to you, okay? Does anyone have the direct quote? But anyway, he drove by my house in the morning and at night, and then we realized the first drive-through was even before I mentioned him. And that's really disturbing. And I don't know what I ever
drive by turned to drive through. Jolly Ethan strikes again.
Did to Jeff. I feel like I goofed on them a bit. But I was Team Jeff. I wanted to help him. I was going to help him with lawyers. We were going to have him on the show. I don't know why he hates me so much. In this clip where he had Tana and Mike on, Tana literally says that he told her he wants to kill me.
It's just insane. Like, there haven't been many people that have made me that angry in my life. And it's definitely been for a lot more than just making a few jokes.
Is this funny?
It's a little funny. Can't lie. It's a little bit funny.
I'm missing the joke. Here.
He said, Ethan Klein, don't worry, I have all the intel I need.
Yeah. Very menacing. Threatening. And then when he got back to Miami or wherever he lives, he goes, hey, they got the message in Hollywood. I'm going to leave his friend out of it because that guy is just, I don't know, man. Not right.
Also, are you guys going into this whole murder shit? Because I can't be a part of it.
No, we're just joking around.
If you're murdering, I can't do it. I'm a fucking felon.
We're just joking around.
Right.
I'm down.
We're just joking around. We drove by his house twice through a gated community and took pictures of his license plate and inside his house. Don't you get the joke? It's funny.
It's a joke.
I killed his dog. Ha ha. Real funny, huh? I went in his backyard and watched him through his kitchen window. What's not funny about that? It's a joke.
Tanner, for context, last
You told
week.
me you want like H3 dead. And
You told me you want H3 dead. She said that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't mishear that.
Well, I do just find it so interesting that Tana and Steiny, so many people call Ethan H3. Like I just don't get. I get it. All of you guys made your YouTube channels, but like it's clearly like not. I guess they're just being polite. They're like, maybe he wants to be called by his moniker. He doesn't want his name used publicly.
That's what you said.
Hello, Mr. H3 Productions.
Why does he want me dead? Like, I don't understand what I did to offend these guys so much. I did an Italian voice. Is that all it takes, Jeff, to make you want to kill someone? I mean, I don't get it, man. It's just not. I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Oh, no. So one of my friends went over there and like, filmed the house, and then Ethan got all scared and texted me a bunch of stuff. And
He got all scared. His friend, people were saying, it's not my fault Ethan got scared. He's there with his family and his newborn baby and his 2-year-old. He got scared. What's the big deal? It's his problem.
No, yeah, because, I mean, he was recording, like, the house and the windows and stuff. Imagine how terrifying it would be if Ethan, like, saw himself. Like, he sees himself through the blinds. Like, light casting a shadow on the blinds of him, like, lifting up the baby. No, they're gonna get me.
My friend lied to get into the gated community twice on 2 separate occasions.
With a fake ID.
With the fake ID.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a totally normal thing for a grown man to have, by the way.
It was just a little joke. He got scared. It's not my problem. Hey, if he got scared, that's his problem. If he didn't get the joke, what kind of funny man is he? He's supposed to be a comedian.
That's what I do.
Ha ha, Joker man. What, do I make you laugh? What am I, some kind of clown?
Like how you just.
Uh-oh.
God.
You come to my house.
Dude, this
twice.
is Godfather. You're doing more of like a
Goodfellas,
Yeah,
but-
you're doing like
Well,
Goodfellas.
he put on the Godfather music.
But that's what I'm saying is like we need like a slightly different vibed Italian mafia music for this new
Right.
wise guy character.
Yeah. I need a wise guy.
Yeah, you need
music.
wise
Yeah.
All right, I'll look into it.
Yeah, so what? I
Wasn't this Jeff's apology?
put a whack on him. It's not that serious. It's just a joke. He said kill his dogs. Take a shit on his doorstep. It's all funny. You don't get it? You're the comedian. You're supposed to get jokes. I sent my goon over to your house, who's 6'2" and 300 pounds. Ha ha. Funny. He got scared. Not my problem. I told my friend I wanted to kill him. What's the big deal? I told Tana I want him dead. It's just a joke.
Basically said instead of putting out a hit on him that you had one of your friends go there and film it.
I didn't have him go there. He chose.
Yo. So is Tana giving away the behind the scenes here a little bit?
It sounds like it.
She said,
I mean, I don't think Jeff was serious in the sense that he...
No, he was going to hire a hitman on a Tor browser. He was going to download Tor so he could access the dark web, hire a hitman on a hitman website for somewhere between $5,000 to $7,000, and or probably more since he's a public figure, maybe around 20 to 50K, you know. But yeah, he was going to do that. Is this a question? We know. We saw the video of Tana saying it.
He would actually do that, but it sounds like he was super pissed and behind the scenes was like ranting about...
No, Tana said here, and correct me if I'm...
That's almost worse. He was just super pissed off and was like, man, I'll kill him. I'll get him killed. That's even more terrifying.
Misunderstanding. She said
Instead of putting out a hit on him that you had one of your friends go there and film
she said instead of putting a hit on him,
Mm-hmm.
hey, I put a hit on people that make fun of me. What's the big deal? You know? I'm a nice guy until you make fun of me. Then I'll...
I just have to say, Mike's sitting here like the Don.
I'm a nice guy until you make fun of me. Then I'll kill you. She said, instead of putting a hit on him, I'm going to send my friend to scare him. She said he told her that, right?
It sure sounds like that's what she said. And yet, we talked about the whole timeline of all of this.
Yeah, we did last
right?
time. But like,
yeah.
So the first time we were goofing on Jeff a bit, before his friend was even involved. And then we found out from the security that his friend came to our house the day before we ever even talked about his friend.
Right, correct.
Because Jeff was like, it was just my friend. He has a mind of his own. I can't control. But he actually came. But Tana's saying Jeff sent him to my house to scare him.
That's what Tana
just to
said.
scare him a little bit. Otherwise, I'd have to kill him.
I mean, it makes more sense than him just arbitrarily stalking your house before ever saying anything about him, right? Like,
yes, it would.
No, he was just standing up for his boy. Now you guys are speculating. Who's crazy now?
Why are you guys hanging out with a dude that's talking about killing people for making fun of him? Also, I gotta say, Mike seems very concerned, and I like that for him. I mean, I like that he's like, yeah, I actually, look at his face right now. He's like, yo, guys,
can we stop talking
I can't
about
do this right now.
I don't want to be involved.
I shit my pants today.
I gotta say, Mike's slowly growing on me.
Okay.
Don't say that around Zach.
Interesting.
Sorry, Zach.
Look, everyone, if he has a redemption arc, he has a redemption arc. The guy can still shit his gym shorts, though.
Once you shit your gym shorts, the gym shorts are always dirty. You understand?
Yeah, he can be a good guy, but have dirty gym shorts.
He's vengeance.
The gym shorts are shat. You cannot unshit your shorts.
All right, let's and then also I got to give a shout out to Tana really for just laying it out there too. She's like, listen, you threatened to kill the guy for making fun of you. Just say it like it is.
I didn't have him go there. He chose to do it. He got made fun of, and it was his own decision to go and do it.
He got made fun of.
Not what happened. Still lying about that. He did not do that because he was made fun of. He was at the house before
we ever talked
made
about
fun of
him.
So stop saying that, dude. Just lying again. Just like he did when he came on our show. The dude can't fucking help himself. He just fucking, when he's talking, he's lying.
All right, damn, relax.
It is just so funny when they have like a little bit of beef with somebody, and then it always goes to like a way farther extent than it necessarily needs to. Like, just in the way that they talk about it, like, because now they're buddy with Jeff again, but during the situation, the way they're talking about it, Dan really just going like, he's a fucking liar. Straight up. Everything that comes out of his mouth is a lie. Now it's like, that's our boy Jeff. That's our dog. But I guess two things can be true at once, right? Like they were saying. He's just also a liar. Did he hit himself in the face with the excavator? We will never know. There's only video of it.
Relax, he's gonna kill me if you lay it on too hard. Dan, if you lay it on too hard, he's gonna whack me. I'm gonna tell a funny joke on him.
The cops will know who did it at least.
Yeah, if I wind up dead, remember who did it. Listen, I'm gonna tell you a joke, funny man. How about I come into your house and kill your whole family? Does that sound funny to you? Get it? It's a joke. That's a cute dog. What if you wake up with his head in your bed?
Still waiting for some form of an apology, but maybe I'll just skip to the next one and maybe that's where the apology happens. Almost 5 months later.
Joker laugh.
He chose to do it. He got made fun of, and it was his own decision to go and do it.
Yeah, he's ignoring the fact he came before we ever talked about him.
Yep.
Also, it's so weird whenever I talk to Jeff about it. He's like, listen, he's his own man. I can't tell him what to do. It's like, what?
And I stopped him after Ethan had asked. I told him back off.
Why don't you call
I don't
Ethan?
even know who these goons are.
Why don't you call Ethan into the show right
That was a soundbite there.
I don't think he wants to come anywhere around me anymore.
I need a disclaimer. I don't want any part of this. Also, you guys are going into this
Understandable,
whole
Mike.
murder shit because I can't be a part of it either.
No, we're just joking around.
It's just a joke.
Just joking around.
I would talk to Jeff. It's not going to be good for Jeff. It never is. I'll tell you, Jeff, you're not going to look good because you're fucking lying. He came before I ever talked about him, and I have proof, okay?
Okay, Ethan.
Oh, God, he's such a menace, bro. Why? I literally, I goofed on him a bit, okay? I wanted to support Jeff. That's the thing.
Well, Jeff, that was a terrible apology. Jeff apologizes for Cody. That was a terrible apology. That was what I clicked, right? Am I just tripping?
So much to catch up on it.
No, that was it, yeah. The beef is squashed.
And then there's the thing where, your body came to my house twice.
I can't. He's a grown man. I can't control. We talked about him. You want me to call him in here? We get another
Yeah,
F on the hat.
line. No. I have a restraining order.
He goes, I have a restraining. Oh yeah, he told me to ask you if we could drop that. If we could. That's not my problem.
Listen,
I don't know.
The first time it happened, it showed up on our subreddit. Somebody posted he made a story on Instagram of him driving past my house at night with the windows open, like my office is facing the street, and it's a gated community. And he wrote some caption like, "We know where you live.
Yeah,
we can get to you." Some shit like that. And everyone's like, "Yo, what the fuck? This is insane." And
this was your friend that
his bestie,
but you talk shit.
Yeah,
my friend I grew up with. Yeah,
shit.
You're cool with that?
No, I'm not cool with that. I'm saying shit happens.
I'm okay. I've made mistakes.
That sucks.
Well, nothing ever happened.
Wild. I mean, I would get a restraining order if someone was driving past my house as well. So I guess.
Well, I did actually. Well, I texted Jeff. I was like, "Bro, I gotta call the police." No offense, because we were talking, we were cordial at that time.
Yeah.
I was like, "Bro, I gotta call the."
I have to say, the thing I've never understood is Tana kind of did it there for a second, but then understood that she was being kind of hypocritical. A lot of people do this thing where they like to disconnect. I don't know how to explain it properly. Oh, people make mistakes in their life. What, you didn't need to get a restraining order on it. That was kind of where she was going at first, but then was like, oh, but I'd get a restraining order too. Because she was like, he's not a bad guy. He's just made mistakes. Okay, but it's it's always just reciprocal, right? It's just things happen and then things happen. Okay, you made a mistake. Well, I'm going to do something that kind of fixes my end of that mistake. And so, yeah, I've never understood that, why people make that that the differentiation between the decisions you make versus the decisions they make.
Of course, yeah.
Well, it happened again. Like one was during the day, one was during the night, and I was like, bro, I got.
Yeah, bro, he haunts
called
me too. I'm worried about him too.
Yeah.
You know.
Damn.
But actually, it was a good thing because we tightened our security. So
He just
hopefully-
exposed some holes.
Yeah,
like
he exposed some
you
holes.
filled them.
He got in so fucking easy, bro.
See, it's not a big deal. He's like a white hat hacker. You know, he just goes in there and finds the shoddy code and is able to really see where you can slip right in.
And yeah, so that happened. No,
Thank
the
you,
stuff-
Cody.
Thank
Thank you
and
for
the
tying
stuff.
up those holes.
Yeah, thanks, bro. Shout out. Glad you're overseas, though.
He wants a consulting rate from you.
Yeah, no. I'm glad you're just. When he went back to Miami, I was monitoring him. He went back to Miami. I could tell in his Insta stories. I was like, thank God, fucking guy.
He's actually he picked up skydiving and base jumping, so the odds are looking good for you. You know, base jumping is like 1 out of 10 you die.
Yeah,
Or something.
base
I could be
jumping's-
wrong.
Wait, is that the one
I don't
where
want
you-
to put out. No, what'd you say? No absolutes. I don't want to.
You jump off a building or a cliff and you throw.
You have
your
one parachute. You don't have the extra
is
one.
it
like
really that
jumping out of
deadly?
a
It's
plane.
bad,
It's
yeah.
just one. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I
it's
think
really
like
dangerous.
2 or 3 guys recently just died. Like Albert.
And he's
like, people's
wingsuiting
friends,
too.
yeah.
You know those like squirrel suits.
He does that shit.
And he's 250 pounds.
That's the gnarliest shit.
Do you slightly worry about him hiking to the top of the Hollywood sign and wingsuiting directly into your
Yeah, I
thing?
am.
Like
I'm worried about
crashing
everything,
through the
man.
fucking window and
And
just
he's a
rolling
big
in.
fucking guy, dude.
Bro, let me tell
He's
you.
trying to get verified on Instagram, and he was like, "Yo, I need more press because there was press about."
got press.
You gave him press.
Yeah.
Filed a police report.
Yeah,
He's like, "I
yeah.
sent this in to Instagram
Bro,
to
if
get
he
verified."
gets
I'm like,
verified off the strength of a police report, he's a
Yeah.
fucking legend.
Yeah.
It's not his name though. You had the wrong name. You didn't have his correct name. I'll give you.
Oh, you used a
I'll
street
connect you
alias?
guys so you can.
But
talk.
you know what? You
No,
know
his
what?
just permanently goes off.
You know what? I
alias.
appreciate the loyalty. He's a good soldier.
Yeah, he's
a soldier.
He
trying
brought
to
him
get
the
the press,
fucking
so-
last trip that we were on.
I do have to say there needs to be a couple more clips. I feel like in here there needs to be more context because it really is just like Cody. They make fun of Cody. They find out Cody was stalking Ethan. Jeff didn't apologize in this clip. They were just talking about Jeff's a liar and can never be trusted. And then they squashed the beef and had him on the show. So I feel like a little bit of context is missing there, but we're going to move on to the feeding window. The feeding window, also known as intermittent fasting. The feeding window was a failed attempt for Ethan to lose weight. The plan was simple. If he only allowed himself to eat food a few hours a day and fasted for the rest, then the weight would come right off. Right? Right? Ethan has since lost the weight, and we're very proud of him.
Sparkle is here to save the day and save you money. See, it's just right for everyday messes. That's great.
Do you know what a feeding window is?
Let's talk about that.
So,
It's Rhett and Link. See, they were doing Good Mythical Morning all the way back then.
I'm on like a runaway train of fatness right now. I'm just getting fatter and fatter. We were at a wedding.
Yeah.
This weekend, Jontron's wedding actually, which was beautiful and glorious. I'm very happy for him, him and his new brother.
Yes, Jontron, the race realist. Yes. Jontron has fallen from grace, but he's still trucking along.
Right. Dan, you're screaming sponsors, but I'm assuming that's an old message.
It's probably old.
I just got it.
yes.
So.
You just got it, really?
Just got it.
Oh,
So
that's
sorry
not
to
good.
interrupt. We got to go to break.
So congratulations to Dan and his new wife Charlotte. Beautiful.
John.
Excuse me.
What did I say?
This is such a mess today.
You guys, oh my God, what is wrong with me?
It's the feeding window.
No, I've been eating a lot.
Exactly.
I always eat a lot. No, I think it's because we just moved. There's a lot going on, a lot of stress.
Okay, I'll help
in
you
my
stay
life.
on track. We gotta talk about the wedding so that we can talk about the feeding window.
So the wedding was
Go.
beautiful. It was gorgeous. It was nice seeing all the YouTubers there. I saw iDubbbz and his wonderful girlfriend Anissa.
Mm-hmm.
I even saw Jason, aka Donkey,
Yeah.
and Leah there, which was
Who are
a treat.
also newlywed.
Right. There's a lot of love in the air.
Yeah.
And I turned around and I was like, Jason and Leah, they didn't even say hi to me. And I was like, maybe they didn't see me, but I was like, what? And we spent the majority of the night with hanging out with them. That was a joy.
We saw Shmoyoho.
Shmoyoho. I mean, hello, friend alert. Michael Gregory flew in from New York City. The Dunks, that's how I refer to Leah and Jason, flew in from Wisconsin. That's some real friend shit, dude.
Yeah.
I just drove an hour.
Yeah.
So.
Very cool. People in Israel complain when they have to drive an hour to a wedding.
Yeah, people ask a lot for weddings. They don't ask a lot, but like people are like, yeah, I'm having a wedding in the southern tip of Chile. I expect you all to come and pay for your accommodation.
And there is a dress code of like this very specific green suit
Right.
that you have to.
It costs $10,000 and you'll need to wear it to attend. I had a friend who invited me to a...
I guess that was just the first mentioning of the feeding window. They talk about the
vegetarian, but I'm happy to say that the feeding window has persisted. The vegetarian has persisted. Feeding window plus vegetarianism equals true euphoria. True.
I have a feeling they might have talked about it later on, but
enlightenment.
Here's what they said, that most of the nutritionists classified the veggie burger as a sometimes food, meaning it can be healthy to eat on occasion as a substitute to real food.
Oh, shut up to them. I say
And
that.
it's like, did you really need a research on that? That just seems like common
Sometime
sense.
food. How about just shut up and let me eat my veggie burger? What do you classify a real burger? A sometime food, probably. There you go. Sometime food. Everything I eat's a sometime food. If you mix up the sometime foods enough, then you're.
You can't eat food all the fucking time. You have to sleep 8 hours a day. It's like you can't even eat all the time. Doesn't even make any sense. Everything's sometimes.
Do you know what I'm saying?
You have to take time putting the food into your mouth. You can't be eating every second. Come on.
Eat a burger on this day, a pizza on this day. They eat this sometimes, eat that sometimes, eat that sometimes. I'm healthy. You just rotate through it. You know? But I think I'm losing weight. I think I'm losing weight. I think I'm losing weight. I think my belt's a little less. I think
This
my
is how
belt's
we
a little
talk to
less.
Theodore. Everything becomes a song.
I go, Eli.
Took 5 years, but the feeding window worked.
I got this morning. Eli, am I looking less skin or more skinny today? She goes, no. Yeah, I am. The thing is that I have a lot of fat, not just in my stomach now, but like my arms, my thighs. Like, there's. What the fuck is this, pig? My wheel. I got fat all over the place.
You're very theatrical today.
Thank you.
Very rotund. Someone left the window open.
The feeding window ain't doing it?
Someone left the window open.
Is it on pause?
There's a draft?
I feel like the feeding window alone is just not enough, you know?
I got discouraged.
Are you still vegetarian?
Pretty much. I am actually pretty much vegetarian still.
We're just not like super strict about it. So if he sometimes wants to eat something.
Gotcha.
But for the most part, yeah. Anyway, let's move on. Let's get to it, shall we?
Okay.
By the way, Dan, I am fully vegetarian still, and I tried meat once, and I felt like you described, like I was so grossed
What meat
out.
did you eat?
Your brother got food for us with meat, and I couldn't eat.
Oh, right. You had the...
You've destroyed your system. You'll never eat meat again. So it took less than a year to figure out that the feeding window does not work.
Inspired me to try the feeding window. How has that been treating you? How's that been treating you, Ethan?
Well...
Are you even doing the window?
I was for a minute. I was doing the feeding window, which was like I had like a 6-hour feeding
Or like literally a minute, 1 6-hour period.
window.
Yeah.
It was going good for a minute, but like here's what happened.
You went out
I
the
fell
door.
into what?
You went out the door.
I walked out, never looked back. I went for 40 ounces and never returned. Here's what happened is like I was doing it for 2 weeks and then it was hard, but I was really committed. And I stepped on the scale and I lost like, 2-3 pounds. And I was
not
like,
bad.
dude, I was like, I'm so disappointed that that's all I've lost. That being said, I wasn't committed. I wasn't exercising. And I was kind of like, during that window, I was going a little window wild. So I don't think I did it right.
Yeah.
Holy shit, bro.
Oh.
Yeah. But I really want to. Dude, I hate being fat so much. And I really want to lose weight.
I feel like
I don't want a trainer.
you should get a trainer.
I don't
first
like
of all.
trainers.
Why not?
Because it's like they just tell you to do the shit you already know. It's just by peer
But it
pressure.
forces you to
but
do
the peer
it.
pressure is the important part.
They're like, okay, no, run around the building. It's like, okay, cool.
But are you doing?
Well, and I mean, the main thing is they'll actually like schedule it out. Like a trainer is going to actually schedule out your, workout regimen. So it's not just running around and lifting random weights and different like motions. You need something that's actually like built and structured.
No,
right
do
now.
a push-up. It's like I could have done all that at home.
But
you don't.
It's like a whole schlep. You go to the trainer, then they tell you, okay, now what you
can
need to
come to
do,
you.
now what you need to do is do 10 push-ups. I'll be like, oh, dude, that's epic that he told me to do 10 push-ups.
First of all, I just want to say that you are actually getting compliments. Kendra said that you're more attractive now than ever.
Because I'm fat. Oh. Now that's a lady. Yeah, Hila does not share that opinion. And frankly, I don't blame her. You should see me with my shirt off, Kendra.
I don't.
I look like a tub of butter.
It's not that simple. I do want you to get healthier, and you can think that it's an excuse, but I truly think that you should get
Listen.
healthier right now.
There's nothing. First of all, I know that that's your. But there's nothing wrong with saying, "Look, dude, you're fat, and I don't want to fuck you."
I wouldn't say that.
You know what Hila said? She said the other day, because
What?
we're trying to get pregnant again, and so you can imagine
Wait,
a lot of fornicating.
I have a feeling you didn't understand me. I already know where you're going.
And she said to me, "Dude, you gotta lose weight because
Oh, that-
I have back pain because you're so fat. When you mount me, my back hurts."
What?
I was like, interesting.
That might be the sign, dude.
And he waited until after they had all their kids. Come on, Ethan. Come on now. But now we have 1-808 hot meme, a phone number that fans can use to call into the podcast. It has come and gone multiple times over the years. The last time it was used was in 2022. I'm pretty sure they said that they're just not doing call-ins anymore because too many people try and do like prank calls and try and do like just make up stories and stuff. In reality, people don't realize that they don't need to make up stories. You probably have a story that you haven't told, something that's very interesting that happened in your life that people aren't going to relate to. And I think people need to realize that, because telling a made up story when you could just be like, well, when I was 3, my whatever happened. A lot of things happen young that work for call-in content. And also, if you don't have a call-in, don't flood the line. You just want to hear your voice on the show.
When it came time to take things to the next level, I knew that I had to make a website, and Wix was perfect.
Any questions?
He knew he needed to stop using just clackers.
For us or John, while we're here, there should be a number on the screen. Call in, harass poor Ian. He'll be taking your calls and screening it to the best of his ability. So make sure to be gentle and sweet with him. He's a sweet guy. He does not deserve the abuse he's about to get. That being said, we've got this video of Mark Zuckerborg.
Zuckerborg, more like.
Zuckerborg. Mark Zuckerborger.
There it is. Mark Zuckerberg tried doing everyday normal stuff. The internet trolled hard.
What are you, milking a cow? Like, get real.
Mark Zuckerberg doing your average, everyday American things.
What is he doing? Like, what are you running for office? Like, why would you even care to do this?
Inspecting factory.
What is this?
I am, Mark Zuckerberg, inspect factory.
I know. Wow, you everyday Americans.
So that's just them showing the old number.
Actually, we have a new call-in number, too, that I think is really suiting, that I think everyone is going to really enjoy. You can reach us for now and forevermore at 808-HOT-MEME. That's 808-HOT-MEME. M-E-M-E, as you all know. So that's our permanent number. Keep it handy.
See, the thing that they should do is that you don't need to do call-ins. Just take voicemails. Tell one of the crew members they have to just start screening voicemails that you'll listen to on the show. I think that'd probably work out fine. Because they'll have to screen it to figure out. But the whole thing is it's just like calls that won't require follow-ups. Make sure that it's a well-rounded like whole story that is going to be like kind of like done that can just be discussed rather than like a full back and forth that's gonna take 4 episodes.
Guys, you can start ringing in now to play Know Your Meme after the break, featuring everyone's favorite virgin Skippy. Ela's back, thank God, thank the gods.
So they do Know Your Meme on this one. See, I'm waiting for 808 Hot Meme.
The week. Dan, by the way,
I just want to find an actual call-in. None of these actually have any of the call-ins, just have when they talk about 808 Hot Meme.
Just remember, I want to have people call in and leave messages for us.
Voice messages.
Yeah.
Oh, so they did want to do that. I'm late to the party.
Okay.
How do we do that?
The same
Dan
way that
got
we used
it.
to do it last year.
You have the
when we
number?
used to do
Is
this.
it open?
I can. It's not right now, but I can reactivate it.
Okay, we'll figure that out during the break.
808 Hot Meme.
Oh, is it really 808 Hot Meme?
Yeah, remember? We got that.
Man, that's such a good number.
I tried like a million different combos, and that was.
So we got to open that up. 808 Hot Meme, you guys. Call in, leave a message, a question, a concern. We will.
So again, that was just them talking about it. It reopens again. Do they just never actually get to anything?
Call in. 800. Or nope.
It's on the screen right there.
808 Hot.
Because they keep telling people to call in.
Oh, you muted it.
No, I
am using the.
Hi, Jake.
854.
Here we go.
Oh, 854.
I just need to hear one
Right.
call. They maybe need to add actual timestamps to the calls themselves, not just where they say the number. Because the call-ins are what is interesting about these. So I don't want to look through and try and find all these call-ins. But we're here to see what this is.
Timestamp it. Once I've learned Keemstar was involved, now I'm losing.
Oh no, wait, this isn't even a call-in. This is from the other. This is that guy talking about Charlie D'Amelio. Right? Yeah, it was Jake Doolittle. I forgot it was Jake Doolittle. God damn it. The Doolittle does it again. Doolittle do late.
Yeah.
Generally.
Nope. Thank you for correcting me. Disabled. So what was the long con though? Because if he was popular on Twitch, how is it that he was like, oh, I need.
Okay, I don't know where the call-ins are on. I don't know if they have them on these episodes too, because these are just when they're talking about wanting to get calls. So I don't even know if they screen any calls during the show or not. So we'll see if this one has anything.
808 Hot Meme.
We'll move on after this.
All right. Let's see. Oh, this is good.
Oh,
We've
here
got
we
some
go.
fresh.
Here we go. This one actually had the timestamps for the caller.
So I don't even know. Like I don't.
Is the doll
I'm not
pressing
sure,
charges?
But I'm sorry.
Is the doll pressing charges?
I don't know. Well, she can't.
Yeah, run it back. Blackface TV show. Perfect.
There was.
Oh. Timestamp starts at the wrong time. Come on, guys. Your chapters need to be cut out properly.
Don't show that.
I don't know how much.
So
I can
Dan
show.
pulled up
I
a
was
photo.
very-
Sorry, but Dan pulled up a photo of a fake baby coming out of a fake, body.
Yeah, I think I may have found a very similar
Pretty
one to the one that
It's
you're
a lot.
describing.
It's a
lot.
In fact, thank you, Dan. I've seen enough.
Okay, take it off the screen.
Yeah. So somebody. So where was the body located?
This is so confusing. I need to find the beginning of this call.
How much does one of these dolls cost? And talk about.
Squirm.
her best life after the conservative. So I understand. Yeah, let's check our callers here.
There we go. Sorry.
Yeah, Cam said.
Sorry about that.
Sarah has something very interesting to talk about. 74 is the number.
I'm just reading the update here. Oh my goodness, this sounds really interesting. Okay, Sarah. Thanks for calling.
Hi.
So I understand
Thank
you
you
have.
so much. I'm such a fan. Yes, I'm such a fan. I love you guys so much.
Well, I love you too, of
Thank you,
course.
Sarah.
And I want to say you have. It seems like you have a very unusual problem here.
Yeah, this is unusual for me in general. Like I've done like hundreds of calls like this, and this is the first time I've ever had this situation come up.
So what do you do for a
So,
living? Let's start there.
So I work in sales. I sell patient simulators. So basically, they're medical robots that nursing school students and in hospitals, they'll practice on my products before they work on people.
So this is
that
for.
includes
They use these for doing CPR and stuff like that.
CPR, birthing,
Yeah, not just CPR. They do all kinds of different ones.
you name it.
Oh, wow, they can give
every
birth?
Wow.
Yep. Specifically with COVID, we saw a rise in sales for like
Hey man, you know a fleshlight's a thing. They just turned it into a medical instrument.
respiratory conditions. They wanted to practice with my simulators as opposed to real patients because they had a shortage of respiratory therapists.
For like incubating
So-
patients and stuff like that?
We have
Yeah.
the best simulators.
Okay,
Exactly.
interesting. So it seems like an
Exactly.
expensive
but they're
product.
super realistic. So they're not like they just do CPR. Like they'll blink, they'll register you in the room.
How much one of
Our
these
new
dolls
ones
cost?
have eye components. I'm sorry?
What do they mean they register you in the room? You're going in to help a choking CPR dummy and it goes. Like, what does that mean?
How much does one of these dolls cost?
It varies. It can go anywhere from about $2,000 to $100,000.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So it's a very niche field. Like I have, for example, like I had to do a lot of my demos from my own home. So I have like genitalia, all sorts of parts all throughout my apartment because I had to do it virtually. So I was like, I'm not sure if you were going to find it interesting or not, but this was the first time I've ever had this situation come up, and I don't know how to deal with it. It's for tomorrow. So I thought maybe give me some insight.
Sure.
I've
What's the
done
problem?
Probably like maybe 100 demos with the simulator. It's a customer that I have who called me today and said, we have a situation. We have a birthing simulator of yours that was violated. Do with that what you will. And I said, well, what do you mean? He said, well, it's a criminal investigation. They have like caution tape around her.
Oh, no.
It's a medical robot. If you Google like a patient simulator, you can kind of get an understanding of what I'm working with.
Can you do can you look up a pregnant body? I want to see. Obviously, I don't want to show the anatomy, but I mean, I would just want to give people an idea of what we're dealing with here. But so one of
As
the
not graphic as possible, because they could be graphic.
yes, I can imagine.
Let's see.
So one of your
I
patients.
mean, it's medical though. This is completely within the terms of service for YouTube because there are birthing videos on YouTube. This is showing a medical instrument. Do not laugh. If you laugh, you're laughing at the medical field. This is insane. Actually crazy. But it makes sense. I mean, they have to make sure that they're ready to perform births on pregnant women. So it's completely understandable.
Patients bought one of these for practicing birthing. So the doll has a functional
Realistic anatomy.
It has a realistic anatomy. Yeah.
Yes. So it's super important because especially like in areas where you have high risk, low frequency deliveries, they need, if, for example, like a shoulder dystocia where that's a major complication, we need our doctors to know what to do, how to respond. So they do a lot of work with these simulators, especially like where I live, which I don't want to disclose. I'm trying to make it as anonymous as possible because there's very few vendors for this equipment. So, like I said, I've done this many times. I have a lot of body parts, like simulated body parts, I guess, if you will, throughout my apartment. But this is like the worst case scenario for me. Yesterday, I got a call originally that there may have been an issue with the simulator, and then today I officially got a call that it was violated. I guess someone they don't know and they can't disclose violated the simulator.
Can we show that?
I don't think so.
Don't show that.
I don't know how much I
So
can
Dan
show.
pulled up
I
a
was
photo.
very-
Sorry, but Dan pulled up a photo of a fake baby coming out of a fake, body.
Yeah, I think I may have found a very similar one to the one that you're describing.
I mean, the one I showed, I think, was probably pretty accurate. Thinking, because I saw ones that had completely, like, removed undersides of their pelvis, but the one that I showed, the way that the fingers were inserted, I imagine that's how they inserted their phallus, which is. It sounds like I don't understand why they contacted her. Maybe they're like wondering if this voids the warranty.
It's a lot. In fact, thank you, Dan. I've seen enough.
Okay, second off the screen.
Yeah. So somebody. So where was the body located?
It was located in a hospital.
So it was in a hospital.
Was it a medical?
So they do like when I say they do practice, like they'll run codes. So
he was
they'll
practicing
take the
all right.
simulators and they'll train their staff on the new. Like sometimes the standards will change for what they require. Every year sometimes it may change. So they'll run codes to make sure that everyone's trained and knows what to do if this situation were to happen. So,
Okay, I want to ask you some questions.
As much as you want.
So the doll was violated. How did they find out that this violation took place? Do you know?
How
Oh,
graphic
someone
can I
talked to
be?
Momo Lee. She's got cav there apparently.
Okay.
Check out that super mess. Sorry to interrupt. How did they know it was violated?
Like I said, I don't want to be too graphic because I'm trying to be.
They found a cream
delicate
pie in
here.
it.
There was semen.
Yep,
Yeah.
There was DNA left at the scene of the crime.
And
Hold on,
also
I'm coming.
Yeah, there was a lot of evidence that there was obviously.
Well, yeah, I think the semen is probably enough evidence if we're being honest. I don't think they just like used a turkey baster and went up there.
Penetration, I guess.
Yeah. So it was cream
They're
pie.
not right.
And so,
Raymond
it was probably one of the people that worked at the hospital. I'm assuming it was behind a closed door.
It had to be because typically in these.
Like, I'd assume these things are under lock and key, but they're not under video surveillance. Like, if they are up to hundreds of thousands of dollars of medical equipment, I assume they're probably kept in like the same like room, and I would assume that room would have cameras because it's hundreds of thousands of dollars of medical equipment.
Labs, they'll lock. They're very expensive equipment. It's not something. It's capital equipment.
Sure.
They don't just. Yeah.
Probably talk to the
So-
janitor, I would assume.
People like
But they don't know who it is. They have no idea, from what I understand. I heard this call originally yesterday, and then
Now,
again
have they
today,
conducted a R-word kit on the doll yet?
So I don't even know. Like, I don't.
Is the doll
I'm not
pressing
sure,
charges?
But I'm sorry.
Is the doll pressing charges?
I don't know. Well, she can't. She's not AI. This
Right,
one isn't.
right.
But she's, this is a very expensive. I mean, it's awful. I
So,
don't.
how
and
much
it's
did
also
the?
an
How,
account- so I'm in.
what do they
Go
want
ahead.
you to do about it, Sarah? I mean, like it sounds like that's kind of their problem.
Well, I mean, the way I do my business, it's not like a one-time sale. Like, I'm in sales, but I support the customer. So I will go and evaluate it if there's an issue. This is not something I've ever had happen before. It's my worst fear. I thought of
I think that definitely voids the warranty of whatever you have given them.
about it. Like, maybe
You knew this
would
was
be
coming.
possible, but
You were waiting for this call.
there's caution tape.
Well, I mean, take it. You're gonna have to clean it out. I don't know if someone's gonna have to sanitize that thing, right? Because how much did it cost?
This is like a $30,000 simulator.
Can I suggest like a maybe a chastity belt when it's not in use by a medical professional?
Yeah, I mean, listen, like, I have no idea how to even approach this. This is also an account that's going to purchase more from me, right?
Yeah.
So
And
I
keep
have to
that
go
relationship
under,
healthy.
like, from a business perspective.
So what you do is you offer them a discount on a replacement doll. You don't give them a replacement for free. You offer them a discount on the replacement. If she doesn't understand, it's basic business. You can go, oh, you're a good client. We understand. We've worked with you for a long time. We would like to keep your business, so we're willing to give you a discount on your next doll. But the previous one we will have to dispose of because this definitely voids the warranty. If you want to be in charge of the disposal of it, if you're like, I will take it off your hands to dispose of it to, make the transition easier for you, that's up to you. But really, I don't see why this is such a big issue for her.
I don't have any idea how to approach this. I brought it up to my boss. He said, just show up, do what you can do. But yeah, no, I really, in the, like,
what are you supposed to
do? Issues, right? It's a doctor who's just trying to run training. Someone obviously had this happen. He's embarrassed. I'm embarrassed. What's the best way for me to
Sponsored by
to
Team
address
Skeet. This segment is. I don't know. Wait, did you say $30,000 it cost?
Yes.
Now that's a Robussy.
But they have whole,
That's an expensive fleshlight.
The champagne. That.
I don't know what to tell you. I mean, you guys are going to have to find a way to clean it out. And I'll be honest, it was inevitable. So y'all need to have a procedure for cleaning out.
Yeah, you really
those
should have seen this coming. It sounds like you even knew it was coming. So yeah, I mean, some sort of chastity belt, like Ethan suggested.
By the way, this is Fiddlesticks. What's the name of it?
Fiddlestick.
Oh, Fiddlestick coffee, the finest coffee in the world.
She's on the other line. She's on the other end of the line, worried about losing her job, and they're just talking about their coffee. She's like, I don't know. I have to go clean cum out of a pregnancy robot. I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Fiddlehead. It's Fiddlehead. damn.
Fiddlehead. You keep saying Fiddlestick.
I was
Put it
making
in
a
my
joke.
head.
Fiddlehead coffee, the best. You're gonna have to clean that
So,
Robussy
listen,
out.
I'm the youngest one in the company. This is the only person who's ever documented this happening. It happened literally today. I officially found out. I don't even know how to go about this. Like, it's just
Get a douche.
worst case scenario.
Put some bleach in it. Get to work, damn it.
Gloves on.
I would. I just don't think I can because it's a criminal case.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
that-
yeah. In that case, you shouldn't.
Well, then what do they want you to do?
Yeah, like, are they just? They want you to give a new one?
Just
I
tell.
have to show up.
Just
I
tell.
told it.
You just tell them whatever I can do. Just tell me what you want me to clean it. Do you want me to? Do you want the police staff? I mean, they're a hospital. If anyone's qualified to desanitize it, it's them, for Christ's sake.
Well, right. I think what they want is because it was so expensive, right? And I can understand this. It's not a hospital that gets a lot of funding, too. Just to make that, like, it's just.
They want a new Robussy.
I think they want me to evaluate the damage.
Right. See if it's still usable.
Here's
in
what
the
I
state
want.
that it's
Here's what I want. I want you to go in there tomorrow, Do your best.
The hospital's like, they're all using fucking gloves anyways. Who gives a shit? We'll clean it out. We're all using gloves here.
Do your professional best and come back.
But did this guy go to Hammertown and is this device broken? That's what we need to know.
And report to us, okay?
Let's donate AIEN.
I absolutely.
Yeah, we can donate.
Yeah, we have a robot.
We have the top
here.
part.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, maybe we
Yeah,
can
we
sub
could-
that in while it's
We
in
can
the
donate.
in the
Maybe
top.
take some photos if you can. I'd love to see those.
I do. I want to for you. I don't know how. I mean, these are graphic.
It's not a real person
I don't
though,
know.
so
Yeah, true.
There's no,
But
like-
It looks.
I don't think you could show the. I mean, depends on how deep it is, I guess.
violation.
Privacy violation
No,
there? Yeah.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Yeah, this
I
so
will
go.
definitely do that.
Yeah, take some
And
photos,
send it
come
to you.
back and report to us, okay, Sarah?
Okay.
All right.
All right.
All right, you get in there and you
All right. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
you clean that robusti up and you make it nice and new.
Oh my God.
Needs a vaginal
Okay.
reconstruction surgery or something. Make it nice and tight like it was
Absolutely.
before.
All right. Thank you, guys. Love you.
All right, thank you, Sarah. Thank you for the call. Love you too. Good luck tomorrow.
That was a crazy one. Okay, at least we got a good one out of it. Okay, but moving on now. The Patrice Wilson Countdown. Patrice Wilson is a music producer who wrote Rebecca Black's song Friday, along with many others. In the early days of the podcast, Ethan would often rag on him for being a creep. Patrice did not take kindly to this, and in November of 2017 would post a live stream with a countdown of December 1st with H3H3 in the title. Ethan would show this to Post Malone on podcast number 39. And afterwards, fans would point out that the live stream was beginning to change. This led to a whole series of events that started out entertaining, but became more and more concerning as the stream went on. These events would genuinely freak Ethan out to the point where he left home for the night and considered calling the police. The paranoia got to him.
Modern look. Thick, absorbent layers. But these now.
Fucking, yeah, here it is. Okay. All right, so here is it. He erased all of his videos. He changed the logo of his channel to the shadowy, creepy icon.
Okay.
It's him in a hood.
Oh.
And look at the
H3,
title.
H3.
It's counting down till December 1st. That's 319 hours. And look at this cryptic shit. It just says, it's like a bunch of gibberish, and then at the end it says dash H3H3.
What do you think? What
I
is
don't
this?
know. That's weird, man.
The weirdest part is like this shadowy icon.
The
he made.
hood. He looks like Player Unknown.
Like, how do I get a better look at that?
Or like a
And
ring
they don't
wraith.
really let you.
Yeah, he's a ring wraith, and I don't know what this is. He like blacked out the eyes. That's a video we've made.
Oh yeah, right. Okay, yeah. What video is that?
That's from the Alison Gold ABCDFG.
That's a great song.
That's number one on my
What's
heart
the Chinese
currently.
food song? Chinese food.
I like
Yeah,
Chinese
I like Chinese
food.
food.
And some wonton soup.
That's when he dressed up like a panda and was cuddling her and
That's my
tickling her.
favorite one.
So, like, there's 100 people watching this right now. It's a very entertaining stream. By the way,
Damn.
shout out to our new video, which is currently in the sidebar. Educational videos. Hey,
Got him.
Got him.
Oh wow. Okay. I need to log into my YouTube.
Catch up. It was from yesterday. I won't hold it against you. But should I be concerned about this? Why did it
Whoa,
just change?
changed. He's
What?
watching you eat it.
It just changed.
What if it says something? What if it says something? Just wait until something else.
It changed from the live counter of what? 319 hours
I need to log into my
Change.
to a video.
He's
What?
watching you eat it.
It just changed.
What if it says something? What if it says something? Just wait until something else comes up.
It was black
I'm
until
freaked
now.
Somebody
This is
said
literally
maybe
a
it's
video
hacked,
from
but
Best
I don't know.
Score.
He seems like a pretty tech savvy guy. Okay, and so somebody
Oh.
manually just changed that.
What was that?
How could he react that fast? How?
Oh.
Wait, it's just cycling between them.
Is it though? Yeah.
Oh, God,
a new
I'm
one.
scared. What is that creepy fucking screen?
Dude, I have chills right now.
That screen is so creepy. It's like a CD screen, like a screen with like guck in it.
He was just moving behind it. No, it's not a screen. It's
No!
Oh, he's coming
No!
out. It was just on the other side.
No. That
this-
is a that is
Wait,
a real
that's
curtain.
a real curtain?
I'm
'Cause I
dying.
thought
Dude,
it
I
was...
have to. You have to turn this off.
I thought that it was
Wait,
like a
I'm
After
scared.
Effects.
Should I remove this? That's a real screen. That's actually a live screen.
Are you sure?
Yes.
What?
I'm freaked out. I'm legitimately scared. Should I close this?
Probably.
I don't want to. What if he comes out with like a kid's head? And then what? Like,
Yeah,
what do you do then?
exactly.
I'm closing it.
Yeah.
I'll find out
my
later.
God.
I'll find out later.
We were
Okay, we're
looking
gonna
at
skip
it
forward
yesterday
now.
and it was just black with the countdown.
He's watching.
Catch up. It was from yesterday. I won't hold it against you. But it should.
I mean, we're probably the safest here. Oh,
That's a cemetery. That is Patrice in a
What is
cemetery and a
this?
countdown with my name in the title.
I love you.
Is that goodbye?
It's not a full goodbye yet. I'll spend the night with you.
Well, I'm worried about December 1st.
That's what I'm saying.
On December 1st?
Yeah, I'll spend the night with you.
Let's do a getaway. I don't want to be in LA.
Why?
Because he's here.
Fuck that.
Well, just
Let him
let's
come.
just hole up with some shotties.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
We'll make a whole video about it.
Yeah, what's the safest room in your house?
There's not. It's very vulnerable, and it makes
It's
me
very
concerned.
vulnerable, and you can attack from anywhere.
Well, he already knows that if he's planning to kill me.
Just don't go to bed. On the second, you're good. It's only one day. Just pull it all night.
But for real, let's stop kidding around and appreciate that
Well,
Patrice is strolling around a cemetery right now.
You could show this to the cops, right? If you were really that scared. I think this is
all-
enough.
yeah, it's all
That's
here.
This is
a
like
good
threatening.
point. That's a really good point. Okay,
Oh.
here he is.
It's again. Oh, no.
It's a loop of him just strolling around a cemetery. He keeps getting new footage and splicing it into the
Right.
live stream. So we've seen.
So wait, is this footage new? How would he be running the live stream if he was out at these places?
Yeah, I don't think it's new.
Well, no, it's got to be older, right?
Yeah.
Because he has to be in a situation like them out there.
Yeah.
Where he can actually run it.
We could send it. Patrice, can you please give me a fucking break?
I'm like looking up trying to find anything else about this, and like I can't find his channel anymore. Can't find like there's like a few videos people have made about the topic, but there isn't a whole lot. Very, very creepy.
It's
Almost
definitely
gone.
Patrice. It's a black man's hand with.
It was a black man's
I'm gonna
hand.
call
It was
it
Patrice Wilson. It was him. I mean, to be fair, it does seem like it might be him. I mean, did he ever come out and say that it wasn't? Being like, I was hacked. It's terrible. I'm making a new song with Rebecca Black.
This shit up. I'm gonna straight up call the police,
Look
dude.
at that, guys. Stop, you fucking creepy singer.
Ethan is gay. Somebody said.
Just called him a creepy singer.
All right, let's wrap this up. Patrice, I'm done giving your creepy ass
Yeah,
attention.
we're done with you, Patrice.
Get real. Come at me. We got shotties on deck.
He's a big.
I just remembered that Post Malone was the first person to call out Ethan for the way he says singing. He goes singing. 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 I can't even hit it as hard as he does. So here's Ethan breaking it down.
Started live streaming some really creepy stuff that seemed to be directed towards me. And we were watching this unfold live and it was very spooky. So he started broadcasting just a shower curtain.
Right, and H3H3 was in the title.
H3H3
we discovered it.
Exactly. And so, well, look for yourself.
Yeah.
Oh
a
God,
new
I'm
one.
scared. What is that creepy fucking screen?
Dude, I have chills right now.
We didn't know that it was a shower
Screen
curtain.
is so
We were just
creepy. It's
"What
like a
is that?"
CD screen, like a screen with like.
Yeah, it's a very. I mean, once you say it, it's very clearly a shower curtain. The way that it's like slightly creased up.
Guck in it.
He was just moving behind it. No, it's not a screen. No! He's coming. No! It was just on the other side.
No, that is like
That
a true
is a-
visceral
that is-
reaction.
that's
right
a
there.
real
That-
curtain?
I know,
thought
it
you
scared the
had to-
shit
you
out
have
of
to
me.
turn this off.
And
that it
Post
was
was
like-
very spookable too.
Yeah.
Right.
So
no,
we were all
like
getting the creeps.
Yeah.
Patrice Wilson is already a guy that's just a little strange, right?
That's fair. I think that's
And
a fair way to put it.
I just thought it really scared the shit out of me when I saw this, and it continues. So this happened early on in the episode.
Is that what he said it was? It ended up being a suicide prevention video. That's why he had a weird bathtub and cemetery clips. He's like, you don't want to end up here. Very
And we
confusing.
closed it. We're like, all right, we can't have this. Is way too scary. And later on, the live chat was saying he's back, and it's changed. And this part really scared the shit out of me. Here you have it. He's got a countdown timer. That's a cemetery, a graveyard.
That is Patrice in a
What is
cemetery.
this? That was so
Countdown with my name in the
ridiculously
title.
creepy.
I love you.
Is that goodbye?
Not a full goodbye yet. I'll spend the night with you.
Well, I'm worried about December 1st.
That's what I'm saying.
On December 1st?
Yeah, I'll spend the night with you.
Let's do a getaway. I don't want to be in LA.
Why?
Because he's here.
Fuck that.
Well, just
Let him come.
let's just hole up with some shotties.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I think I'm drunk. I
Make
can
a
tell
whole
my
video
eyes
about
are
it.
What's the
squinty.
safest room in your house?
There's not. It's very vulnerable, and it makes
It's
me
very
concerned.
vulnerable, and you can attack from anywhere.
Well, he already knows that.
was our
It's
old
planning
house.
to kill me.
Made everything way worse. Now I've got a defensible high ground.
When the time clock ended, we left the house. We didn't want to be in the house just in case.
Yeah, weren't you hiding in a grocery store
Yeah.
parking
So
lot?
when the clock went down to 0, it was getting more provocative and more threatening. I felt, and I felt so unsafe in our last house as well, that I was like, and we just had did we have Shredder at the time?
I think we.
I was really scared for
That's breakfast
Shredder.
cargo, yeah.
And so we packed up, we got Shredder, we went in the car, and we just drove into a public parking lot and just held up for a couple hours. Because I was like, look, I don't fucking know what this guy's up to at all.
No, I would have done at least that. I would just skip town for the day.
But then Patrice was like, "Why did everyone think this was creepy?"
Yeah.
I would
I was
never.
just rolling through a cemetery.
Yeah. Well, and there was even more. He directly addressed you at some point.
Yeah.
He was like,
Yeah.
"Decline. I'm coming for you." And like,
Yeah. No, I know.
Oh my god.
That was a wild one.
Yeah.
But it was special. We shared it with Post live, and it was a special, beautiful moment. It's just one of many. Jordan Peterson hits the vape god. Now, there's an internal debate.
So that was that. Very interesting stuff. Truly an enigma. But now we're on to another enigma. Zach and his anal fissures. Anal fissures. In a time long before anal prolapses were a topic of discussion, a conversation around Zach's aunt and her dealing with anal fissures would begin to unfold. This would turn out to be entirely incorrect, and Zach would apologize shortly thereafter for being misinformed. My theory is his auntie has some anal fissures. But she got embarrassed and said, "Why you fucking blurting out my business, boy?" Gave him a good backhand and was like, "You fucking tell him it was a lie. You tell them that I was telling you a story about somebody else and it was a mistake." I don't remember what he said.
No. You know what they do for anal fissures? You know what they do? You go in surgery with your legs up in the air.
Who do you know that's had an anal fissure?
I'm not.
So why do you know about the procedure of
Because
getting?
I know someone that had this surgery.
Okay, who?
Okay.
I'm not gonna say.
Okay. So, but you're close to this. So
Yeah.
you put you put your legs in the air and then what?
They literally cut around your asshole and flip it, so they give you like a new asshole.
What?
That sounds wrong.
They
sounds
give, they
fake.
turn you.
That
Search it.
doesn't make any
Search
that's
it.
fakest shit I ever heard, bro.
They give you a new. It's like an inside-out asshole.
I could use.
What?
One, that doesn't make any sense, and two, ow, ouchie.
Asshole. I got a facelift. It's like the asshole version of a facelift. That sounds fake, Zach.
I'm dead.
They
freaking
flip your
serious.
asshole?
They flip
flip it,
your
yeah.
asshole, so you get a new asshole.
I'm gonna flip your asshole. Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy.
It's like
Um,
your cock and balls are in the air, and they give you a new asshole.
Do they cover your genitals or are they just out?
I don't know. I guess that's the fear, like the doctor.
And when
looking
you
at
were in the office getting that procedure done, did they cover your genitals?
I've never had an anal fissure. I would admit if I had an anal.
You would. I believe you. I
Yeah.
trust you. I believe you. Ian, have you had an anal fissure? You're staying quiet.
Not that I'm aware.
Does it hurt when you poop?
Nope. So far, so good. I never poop. I only pee.
Oh.
All right, get him off there. So close his mic.
Have you ever had hemorrhoids?
Go ahead, Ian. Answer the question.
Oh, you're talking to me.
Well, I guess everyone.
I thought that was a question to Ethan too.
Oh, I've never had hemorrhoids.
Hemorrhoid.
Yeah, no, I haven't.
My asshole's pretty.
I'm trying to read about the surgery.
Yeah, you trying to verify that shit Ian, Zach said? So it's on Wikipedia. So what they do is flip your asshole.
Yes, ask
So
any
it's a tear
proctologist.
that usually comes from passing large or hard stools.
Right. That's how it happened.
You're turning me on, Ela.
Gotta eat the Metamucil.
Anyway, Shroud joined Mixer.
All right.
And
How did we get from Shroud to?
I don't know. Zach search.
Zach just be talking
Confluence
shit. You know?
presents a love story about this team's program manager and his AI partner.
We have the anal fissures.
Just jarring, I guess. I don't know.
Zach, did you
we
do
got
some
it.
follow-up on the anal fissures?
I did.
Okay.
Oh.
What did you learn?
And I heard I've been getting a lot of heat for what I said.
Yeah.
So, okay. So I guess I was improperly advised. The person was just fucking with me.
Will you reveal who that person was?
It's an aunt.
Oh, your aunt got you good. She's told you she got her asshole inverted.
So, but I did. Okay, I do have a doctor friend close to my family, who is this proctologist, and said sometimes they put Botox.
I read
Yes,
that.
I
in the
read that.
butthole. So I found that very interesting.
They did. They do that, Zach. So, well, I was hoping that you were right because it's so funny, but
So I do apologize. I was wrong.
there certainly was.
We do miss baby Zach. It is time to get quazy with Quasar. We getting a little quazy tonight?
There was a lot of backlash against Zach in the comments. People said Zach knows nothing about anal fissures.
Why would I?
That's a good thing, I
They said you were either poorly describing lateral internal. This is a good one. Sphincterotomy.
Sphincterotomy. Yeah.
That's funny.
Is that where they put the Botox up your ass?
Whoever had the surgery was a very rare case of someone who had chronic anal fissures that required an anal reconstruction. That's hot. Or they had some other non-fissure related pain in the ass. Why do they have to have fissure, which is like the funniest word ever?
Oh. A lateral internal sphincterectomy or sphincterotomy is a surgical incision into one of your anal sphincter muscles. It's a treatment for anal fissures that have failed to heal. Cutting the muscle helps release excess tension that may be preventing the wound from. But they do not flip it inside out. Understandably.
With inside your asshole. Like, it's just so funny, an anal fissure. Zach, for your educational purpose, we were recommended a very informative video that I think you should watch called What is an Anal Fissure?
Okay.
So, Zach, this is for your educational purpose.
How explicit is this going to be?
No, it's just,
No,
it's just talk.
they're just talking. Yeah.
So this is a YouTube channel called Talking with Doctors, and they brought like a proctologist to talk about anal fissures.
That's how it's done, Alex. I'll keep my fingers crossed for you.
Another episode of
And the guy on the left can't even really keep a straight face. Even he's a doctor and he can't take this shit seriously.
Dr. Callan, thank you again for coming as a visitor on our show here. What are you going to talk about today?
So I
Fingers
thought
crossed, knock
another
on wood.
very important topic was anal fissures, actually. So oftentimes I'll see people in the office who present saying that they have a hemorrhoid. But I think it's very important that people know that not all pains in the butt are actually related
Do you think
to
she likes
hemorrhoids.
ass
Some
play?
can be due to anal fissures.
Like if you're
So
a
are they mostly coming
proctologist,
with
do you
the
like
blood
ass
or the
play or do
pain
you not
or
like
both?
ass play?
So generally they'll come
They're
with
the
both
ass
when it
man.
comes to anal fissures.
Okay.
The real differentiation with
Come
anal
home from
fissures
work,
is
you don't want to
probably
think about work,
it'll
you know?
be triggered by
Right.
an episode
Yeah, I
of
don't know. You probably
constipation
do
or
though. You probably find the
diarrhea.
prostate like a
That
mother.
episode of constipation can be also related to a really hard bowel movement that passed. And then all subsequent bowel movements can
This
be
is guy on the left.
extremely painful, where as the
He's
bowel
like,
movement
"Yep."
actually comes out, you feel a sharp, stabbing, debilitating pain, in your bum, even potentially spasms in your pelvis as well.
Okay, so that would be the hallmark symptom of an
So
anal
are you
fissure?
following
Yeah,
along,
so
Zach?
bleeding
Yeah.
and
Okay.
pain
Large
with
poop
a passage
comes
of
out.
bowel
Taking notes?
movement,
Yeah.
which differentiates from hemorrhoids because hemorrhoids will have painful hemorrhoids will have an obvious lump, where
Right.
with a fissure you won't see a lump.
That's how it's done. If it doesn't work privately, go public, Alex. That's how you do it.
And sometimes you won't even see the little tear. A fissure is a tear in the
Why don't
lining
you just
of your
call it?
bum.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I've been to the washroom.
It's a fissure. There's a reasoning. It's scientific. But yes, that was Zach's anal fissures. The late, not so great, Leonard Katzman. Ethan's grandpa. He abandoned Ethan's dad, Gary Klein, when he was very young, I think like 4 years old or something, and went off to become a pretty famous film producer. He never reconnected with Ethan's father. Gary, basically Leonard Katzman left and started a whole new life, and I'm pretty sure he connected with the family at one point after they died, or like after Leonard died or something like that.
My biological father's Leonard Katzman. His uncle was Sam Katzman, who was the king of B movies. So my mother, though, was divorced when I was about four and a half or so. So he became a single mom, divorced, working, and no one did that back in the 50s. And my father worked for his uncle on doing movies. He ended up going to a lot of fame and fortune. He wrote Who Shot JR? Anyone who knows Dallas. He wrote and produced, all of the famous Dallas shows. So he had a tremendous amount of success. And I was actually in a movie because of his uncle. He was shooting a movie called The Magic Carpet, which was in probably 1951. And it starred Lucille Ball and Raymond Burr and all these people who no one knew who they were back then. And they needed a baby to be laid on a magic carpet and fly out the window and grow into someone else. Who had a baby? Well, Lenny Katzman had a baby, which was me. So I was on the magic carpet. I flew out the window. I grew up and I came back as John Agar, who no one even knows now, who I would never have cast to grow up as me, but there you have it. So I knew that there was a poster or something about this movie, but it was so small, you never hear anything about it. It's never on TV anymore. But there's
it's a small-time movie.
Very small-time movie, right?
B-movie.
Sam Katzman, B-movies, 1951.
Can you even find it on IMDb? Does it even have a page?
It exists, and I always look for it on TV just to see if I was in it. And there's a company called Heritage Auctions, and they do movie poster auctions and collectibles, and I think they're one of the biggest auction companies in the country. So I put a search in for them for The Magic Carpet, the movie I was in. And this was, really almost as soon as the internet started going.
Decades
And Heritage Auctions existed, right, probably 15 years ago at least.
Okay.
And it was there, nothing. And about 6-7 months ago, I had the oddest dream because I was legally adopted by Mike Klein, the wonderful man who raised me, took me as his own child, legally adopted. So I gave up the Katzman name. I never, really even thought, had a dream, had any concepts about, what Lenny was doing aside from Dallas and all that stuff. But about 6-7 months ago, I had a really odd dream where I was kind of like a fly on a wall, kind of an ethereal spirit floating around. And I could see a guy who I knew was my father, Leonard Katzman, standing in front of a movie theater, pointing at the windows they have in front with the posters of the movies there. And he was standing with a bunch of his friends, standing there talking to them, pointing at it. Now, I couldn't, actually hear what they were saying, but I knew as clearly as I'm sitting here looking at you, I knew exactly what was going, that it was my father, and he was talking to his friend saying, look, this is me. This is the first movie I've looked at, this is pretty cool, right? And I woke up after that, and it was just very profound, the fact I had dreamt about my biological father, who I had never, ever had a dream about before.
Did you ever meet him?
Yeah, I did. Let's go back to that. Okay. Remind me of that. So, I woke up and I told Mom, I was like, wow, I had the weirdest dream. I was up in the air floating and I saw my biological father, talking about this. And of course, Mom didn't remember it when I came to her later, which was very disappointing. But anyway, so about 3 weeks, a month after having this really weird dream, I get a notice from Heritage Auctions after 15 years, the Magic Carpet movie poster is now available.
Yeah, and you've been looking for it all your life.
Looking 15 years. I'd had a search up for that.
And how long between that
This
dream?
was like 2 weeks after I had that weird dream.
Wild.
Of my father pointing at this poster.
Right.
So just, the odds of those things being not connected.
It's really wild.
Just seem very weird. And again, like you, I'm very empirical. I'm very scientific. I don't believe in mumbo jumbo. But
I don't believe in ghosts.
Just, the odds of that happening it just seems so weird that, I believe in the strange contradiction that you control what happens in your life, but certain things are destined or fated to happen, which is a total oxymoron. But that's what I believe. I believe I was destined to meet your mother.
What a guy. So that's a little background on Leonard. I don't know why
I'm
you
Christy
told Theo
Noem, the
Von
United
about
States
this.
Secretary of Homeland Security. Thank you, President Donald.
Because I feel like my dad is like the most superficial dude on the planet Earth. Like he's made of like tinfoil.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you think it came from like a way he had to be or something like that? Like, was there a reason why?
Dude.
I'm sorry, we're going to a deep dive.
No, that's
now.
like the black hole trying to analyze my dad, dude.
Is it?
Yeah. Well,
wow.
Well, he was his background is super weird. Like his biological father was like a famous movie producer, and when he was like 5 years old, his own dad fucking disowned him because they got divorced. This is the crazy shit. I can't imagine how fucked those make. They got divorced, and then my grandma went and married a new guy who adopted him, but the biological dad never spoke to him again.
Oh.
He started a new family and never fucking spoke to my dad again.
It really was just that era. And people wonder, they go like, well, why do they force a man to pay the woman, who's raising their kid? Because they used to just fucking run off. Why do they force a man to give up his money? Because he's not doing good by the half of the person that he created.
Even till the day he died, he passed away.
That's crazy, huh?
Yeah, and he wasn't like a toddler. Or, I mean, well, toddler's bad.
They lived
He wasn't a
together
newborn.
until 5?
Yes.
5's a
That's
crucial
really
age too for that to happen. I would feel like, and then dad's just gone, and you never see or hear from him.
Yeah.
But you hear about his work probably.
Oh yeah, he was
Oh.
super envious because they were like wealthy and famous, and my dad, he kind of fetishizes wealth and fame. What is this, therapy? Got to put up my feet now?
No, it's just
This is
interesting,
good.
man.
This is good, though. This is good progress for me.
It's interesting, you know, I learned recently that when something happens to a kid, like a child, you know, they live in a world where they think the world revolves around them. They don't.
Okay, I think.
Because isn't your dad is not actually a Klein?
Yeah, he's
adopted or something? That's disappointing because I have Kleins in my family tree. My dad's mom is Klein, and that whole side of the family is Klein. So I always kind of wondered if we were related.
My dad's maiden name is Katz.
Okay. so
Katzman.
no Katzmans in the family.
What's
so.
weird is
I'm more Klein than you, dude.
Yeah, you're.
Yeah.
I have no Klein in like I have no Klein lineage.
I'm the same way. My last name's adopted as well.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
What's interesting is my dad's biological dad was like a big time movie producer. I
Right.
never met him. My dad never fucking knew him.
Wait, Katzman.
Yeah, Leonard
Yeah.
Katzman.
Wait, that's like really big time.
Yeah, he
I don't
worked
know
on
that.
Dallas or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I've seen people try to say that I'm like a what's it called? I don't
Nepo
know, one of
baby.
these baby. Like I got hooked up because my
He's a nepotism baby. He got brought up in 2011, 2013 YouTube because of his movie producer biological grandfather. That's the reason. The guy who made Dallas.
grandpa is Leonard Katzman.
Oh, nepotism baby.
Nepo baby, yeah, Nepo baby. I've seen it being said before. They
Really?
don't really know enough about me, and they see, like, if you go on Wikipedia now, it says like Leonard Katzman's my grandpa, which is weird. But I never fucking met the guy. My dad never met him once since fucking he was like 2 years old.
Yeah.
He said he met him. Don't lie. Stop lying, Ethan. Ethan just misspeaks. Because he said he did meet him at one point. He did like meet him again. And I guess we'd have to go back to listen to that, which, I mean, it makes sense. You probably met him as an adult at one point and then just didn't talk to him again, and then he died. Because I remember from that podcast, I remember them talking about he had connected with his like half brother and sister or whatever because his father had like a second family, and I think like didn't even tell them about his first family. It was one of those type of stories, pretty crazy. I'm probably speaking out of turn as much as Ethan, but hey, I'm not related, so who cares?
It's funny that people go, "Oh yeah, you're a Nepo baby." I don't fucking. I never.
Wait,
I don't even know what he looks like.
I'm on his Wikipedia, and it talks about you on his
See,
Wikipedia page.
That's
yes.
fucking weird. I don't like that. I don't.
That is.
It says
it's Gary Klein.
Ethan Klein, grandson. It's like I don't even know what he looks like, bro.
God, that's
Gary Klein. What? My
crazy.
dad has a page.
Oh, it just linked to H3.
Yeah. So like that's super weird, you know.
Yeah.
And they lived in the same city. Is really fucking sad. I think I talked
It's
about
sad,
it.
yeah.
He lived in Malibu.
He basically like started a new family.
He never
said
and
bye.
showed no interest in my dad. It was really sad. The guy's a fucking demon for that.
That's what happened with my dad as well.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess back then you could just like bail.
No,
Bail-
my biological grandfather's a huge piece of shit.
Yeah. Oh, this is what he looks like. I've never seen him before.
It was literally just go like one town over, and then you can just start a new life back in the day.
This is the first time I've ever seen what he looks like.
Hi, Grandpa.
That's so crazy. That's my biological grandpa.
Huh.
I see it. I see it.
I've never seen his face. Whoa.
Nice hair.
Yeah, pretty good hairline.
Fucking grandpa.
That's so weird. This is trippy. Beloved husband, father, grandfather. Not to me, fucker. It should say absent.
He gave so much and demanded so little. How much did he give to his first family?
Father, grandfather. It's so weird. He gave so much and demanded so little. Oh, fuck you. I mean, there's nothing shittier than what you did to my dad, you fucking piece of shit. There really's not. As a father of young kids, imagine me walking out of Theodore's life and then showing no interest and living in the same city.
Living in the same city, and then as an adult, your dad tried to make contact
Yeah,
again,
yeah.
and he just kind of like dismissed him.
Wow.
So my dad's mom, great lady.
Yeah.
Grandma Eileen,
Yeah.
rest in peace. When my dad had his first child, my sister, she called him and said, just so you know, your son, Gary, just had his first child, if you want to call. And he ghosted them. Crazy.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah.
What a monster, bro. A hole in your heart. Damn.
I mean, it's the generational thing you see is Ethan doesn't necessarily have the best relationship with his father, and that probably comes from the fact that even though Gary had a father figure in his adopted father, you still have this, like, you know what I mean? The abandonment issues. There's always going to be some kind of a disconnect there, and so it was probably hard for him to, relate when having a son. But yeah, that's Leonard Katzman. Now let's get on to the little Tracy beef. Ooh, yeah. The real showstopper. So, back when the song Old Town Road was the most popular song on the planet, a discussion arose around whether it was stolen from Lil Tracy. Ethan said, Noah. And I'm just reading it the way it was written. Ethan said, Noah. And that Lil Tracy needs to shut up and deal with it. This led to Lil Tracy retaliating by writing a series of negative tweets at Ethan. Over the years, this beef has been brought up in passing, and every time, Ethan never remembers who this man is. I remember at one point he saw Lil Uzi and was like, didn't we have beef with this guy?
Lil Tracy.
It's that time of the year.
Tracy.
Getting ahead of myself.
Ethan looks a little different in this.
Tracy, who made that song, there he is saying, I was actually inspired by Young Thug to make like a farmer. Lil Nas simply ran with the sauce. Lil Nas X is not innovative. He is a fake mogul.
Okay, well, let me address. Actually, I feel like. Go ahead and on the screen.
And then this is also, these are all deleted tweets now, but.
This is a DM. Oh, he tweeted it.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then deleted it. So this is Lil Tracy saying, Lil Nas DM'd him in January, want to hop on Old Town Road. So that's like just a couple weeks after it came out. He put it out and then immediately reached out to Lil Tracy.
Hang on.
Oh, so he DM'd him and then he tweeted it out? Because he said, bro, why did you tweet that? I've been trying to get you on the song.
So that actually, he's responding to Lil Nas tweeting, I think the one on the left, yeah.
Okay.
Like, why are you attacking me? I tried to get you on this song. So
hold on. He said, you want to hop on the song? He said yes.
But he said it, 2 months.
Yeah, like 2 months later. He said it in March when he asked in January.
Months later.
Oh.
And.
Oh, he didn't respond after 2 months.
Oh, and this guy wants to get on only after he blew up?
And can we just talk about, he didn't say yes, bro put yet. He went yet.
Well,
is that what I'm seeing here?
I think maybe.
Who released the DMs on the right?
Lil Tracy. He tweeted this.
Because I don't know if he's exposing himself. Because on the left.
When did the Old Town Road come out?
December.
When was this tweet on the left tweeted? Because the date is cropped out.
The one on the left, it was around, I'm pretty sure around March.
Okay.
Beginning of March.
So Lil Nas says, you want to hop on Old Town Road.
Mm-hmm.
And then, and then 2 months later, and then a month later, he tweets out, fuck Lil Nas. He copied my sauce.
Yeah.
And then a month later, again, he responds and says, yes.
Or around the same time, this tweet.
Yeah, I think it's around the same time.
So he doesn't actually want. He's just fucking.
He may just
he's
be
being a
messing with him. Yeah.
So he goes, Lil Nas is a bitch. He goes into the DMs. He says yes, and then Lil Nas says, "Bro, why'd you tweet that? I've been trying to get you on this song." And then he says, "Get me on it."
Yeah.
He's just being a dick.
I think so.
Now let's address that.
He seems pretty solid. And then people were saying at his live concerts, he said like, "Fuck Lil Nas."
Oh, really?
Fuck Old Town Road. So he's kind of upset about it.
Let me address this guy, Tracy.
Bro sounds salty. So we understand where this is going to... okay. I guess I should listen to this. It sounds like Ethan's about to pop off.
Ethan, real quick, can you sit up, please? You're like leaning all the way out of this.
Yeah, I got lean on my bladder, dude. Come on. He says, I was actually inspired by Young Thug to make like a farmer. Okay, first of all, Tracy Vert, you yourself are saying
Tracy
that you're not
Vert.
an original. You were inspired.
Yeah.
Okay. So what the fuck is your point? You in your original tweet say that you're inspired by Young Thug.
But
What's Young Thug gonna go accuse him of ripping him off?
So he feels like he was inspired versus Lil Nas, he think actually copied him. But I feel like you're walking such a gray area here. Like, I don't see, listening to both of the songs, I don't see it as a copy.
Well, he says he stole his sauce. Actually, no, he doesn't even say that. He says ran with the sauce. You know, maybe there was some sauce that he ran with, but I have to say, after hearing both songs,
Oh, they're going to talk about it today. I should have pulled this up, but Vitaly going to jail in the Philippines, a new massive Twitch scandal dropped. H3 show number 132. It's coming. Here, I'm going to put up the poll. Let's see what we think when they're going to start today.
I mean, they're very different. And let me also say that what Lil Nas made with Billy Ray Cyrus is a hit.
Yeah.
That song is
It's a
produced.
total
It's
hit.
like crazy. I mean, this guy's song is just a little SoundCloud shitpost.
Right.
That song never had the potential to go #1 Billboard.
No.
I agree.
So he take the. So he says, he took the sauce and he ran with it. That's exactly what he did. And I've seen a lot of comments, people saying Tracy Vert walked so Lil Nas could run, and that's exactly right. That's what happened.
Yeah.
It's not a bad thing.
No, it's not a bad thing.
I don't think Lil Nas did anything bad.
I don't either. I totally. And for him to say not innovative, he's a fake mogul. I mean, well, I don't think he's ever purported to be a mogul. He's just a dude that made a hit
The
song.
thing is that sometimes there's trends in the air, you know? People feel the same vibe and people get inspired from each other and people end up making sometimes similar things and it doesn't mean they copied each other.
Absolutely.
I see it a lot with Teddy Fresh. People will point out other color blocking and they'll be like, they're copying you. It's like, no, they're not. They're totally not.
Yeah, we were talking about the 26 minutes late. Very true. No, we were talking about the Vitaly stuff at the beginning of my stream, and I read the newest thing was during the presser that they were doing, trying to like talk about his charges. He like took one of the cops' hats. It was he is being such a dumbass. Him and Johnny Somali both are like they're ruining their lives. Which I mean, I don't really care.
First of all, I didn't invent color blocking. Not even close.
Doesn't affect
and
me.
Second of all, it's just a trend right now, and a lot of people are feeling it.
But
People are liking it. They
they're-
want to wear it right now.
They're running with the sauce.
Yeah.
Right. And it's possible they saw our color block and they saw how popular it is, but that's okay.
It's
I mean,
still
that's
not a copy.
Yeah, and I mean, in the marketplace of ideas, you just got to have a better idea. And I think Lil Nas made a better product ultimately, and it was more successful. For this guy to have a chip on his shoulder, I mean, he had the opportunity to get on that shit. He fucked himself over by not getting on that, didn't he?
Yeah, so the 2 remixes ago, 3, 45, I don't remember. Well, Young Thug jumped on, the guy that they all
the
keep
original.
mentioning. Yeah.
Oh, he got skipped over.
Yeah, he's on it. So
Oh, that's beautiful.
he's on the one with Mason Ramsey, the little
Okay.
kid.
So by the way, we were discussing this, and I was like, Ian, how is it that all these remixes?
I always start. I guess this is just good because of the people in here. I always start 2 hours before the stream. So the podcast right now has been starting at 12 their time. So I start 2 hours before that. What would be 10 their time?
Are coming out, and
I miss
he
Ian.
still has one song at #1, and you answered me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they all funnel to Billboard takes the most successful one, and then all the remixes that come on after that, all of the momentum and streams and it all funnels into the main one.
So Lil Nas, you have to respect the hustle this little cowboy's got, because
honestly, I feel like this isn't that bad. They weren't like calling him a little bitch or anything for the way he was complaining.
Of another.
So I really
At
don't
Wells
see how he can
Fargo.
even be that mad.
Tracy Vert, am I right? Did I say his name?
No vert.
No vert.
Oh, just Lil Tracy?
Just Lil Tracy.
That's a different guy.
Oh, he's not the vert.
Uzi Vert,
Oh.
right?
Yeah, that's right.
So his name is Little Tracy. By the way, everyone's named Little these days. You know that? My rap name would be Lil.
Little Big.
No.
Big.
No.
There already is a little. It's from Sweet Life on Deck. Thank you very much.
Lil. You can be Lil Big. I'm Lil.
There's also that Black Eyed Peas song.
So he tweeted at me. Did that shock the hell out of you when you saw that, Ian?
No, I mean, he seems very plugged in online, but it still is funny.
But you're making waves, dude. You made a PowerPoint talking about this, and the next day we've got Lil Trace tweeting at me. He said, "Keep my name out your mouth, Grandpa," and then he tagged me. What's interesting about it is that he blocked the podcast. Actually, here, let me put this on the screen. So here, keep your name out your mouth, Grandpa.
And then he blocked him. Bro, that's pussy move. You can't do that. Come on.
Oh, this Little Tracy.
It's a good
How old
question.
is Little Tracy?
He's a young man, early 20s probably. And what's interesting, he's
back then, yeah, he was 24, but now he's 29. Getting up there, man.
Preemptively blocked the podcast Twitter, but he never blocked me.
He's 23.
And so everyone's trying to. I sent a bunch of laughing emojis because I thought it was hilarious, and I retweeted him because I love whenever we're talking has like real world influence. I think it's incredible. And then he quote tweeted my laughing emojis with a serious face, like I'm dead serious. So I responded to him. I said, "Is this what beef is? You know? Am I in rap beef right now?" That's pretty crazy for me. Ian, you were getting lots of shit in the comments. Bro, have Tracy on so we can explain. Ian got a load of shit wrong.
These people are wildin'. I don't know what they're talking about.
Here's the clip from 4 minutes on. Was pretty pissed when I heard. It was just listening to the podcast normally, and he got super angry.
I want one of them to elaborate. Just one. I was looking. I wanted them to prove me wrong.
One said, "Why are you so angry?" And he responded, "Because I'm a Tracy fan and I feel like he didn't have full context."
But
you can't just go, you don't have full context, you're leaving stuff out. This isn't true. That's what meat writing is. that we forget sometimes. That's what true meat writing is.
to begin with, we didn't even talk shit about Little Tracy. We all like the song a lot.
Actually, Ian said he preferred it.
Yeah.
The only thing I said that I can think would have upset him was that I thought he should have been more chill with Lil Not.
Yeah, but...
Oh, and then I didn't think...
I mean, bro just likes to get faded and go on Twitter, you know? He's probably just super faded and was like, man, fuck this old clown. I don't give a shit, bro. I run country rap. That's my shit.
I think Lil Nas copied him.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that's what I said? That
yeah, I mean, you effectively said tough luck, you know, which, whatever. I mean,
well, now I'm in
it's
internet.
tough luck.
Now I'm in rap beef.
That's true.
But I see these people criticizing Ian, and like Ian said, they didn't say what he got wrong, first of all. Second of all, let's see them put on such a great PowerPoint.
Yeah. I'd like to see a counter PowerPoint.
Yeah.
What if
I want to see what kind of effects they do in PowerPoint.
They don't want the smoke.
They don't got the
PowerPoint.
slides.
Yo, I'd love if Ian had like an arch nemesis that came in with a counter PowerPoint. Ethan, as an avid age...
Could you just start saying it back to them? If someone goes, this is out of context, you go, no, you don't know the context. You're doing this out of context. Just start throwing it because no one uses it properly anyways. No, you're out of context.
3 podcast listener and fan, Ian had absolutely no idea what he was talking about when he came to Little Tracy. Let him explain himself. Get Tracy on the show. How am I going to get Tracy on the show? We have.
They're just H3 fans and Lil Tracy fans, and they really want to see them collab. They're like, I need Tracy on the show, and they think this is how to do it. Let him explain himself. bro's gonna come on and be like, so basically, right? I fuck with Young Thug, so I made a song kind of like Young Thug that was country. But then Lil Nas X, he saw me doing this shit. He stole it. He stole it and he ran with it. What can I say? I don't know what other context you could have. They were complaining about, I mean, they weren't even complaining. They were just, talking about the tweet. That was all like the problem was how he was just kind of bashing people on Twitter, which he's continued to do through this. I mean, it's not really bashing, but it's like a mediocre little battering, I guess.
Beef now.
Yeah, I don't think Tracy wants to come.
He gave me the straight face when I laughed, and I said, "Is this what beef is?" And then he tweeted out, "Old white men." Quickly erased it.
No, that's the thing. I was really cool during layers 1 through 6, but now I know all the context. The context has gotten me to where I am. I've gone insane. Tracy Minaj.
Whenever someone calls me old, I have two inclinations. I go, well, I'm only 34. But then that sets myself up where they're like, dude, you look like you're 50. So I just say nothing. I'm not insulted by it when someone calls me old either. So and then he sent me this. I said, "Is this what beef is?" And he just sent me a picture of his profile picture, which is like a demonic rabbit. And I said, "Spooky." And he erased it again. So I don't know. I don't know if I wanted the beef or... And then I sent him this, which he didn't. He backed down. All of a sudden, he got all cowardly once he saw what he was up against. He said, "This is a picture of beef you don't want." And I sent him a picture of my underfupa shot. And then all of a sudden, he got real quiet. He wanted to talk shit, and then he got real quiet when he saw what he was up against.
I mean, who wouldn't be intimidated? Oh, we got a thumbnail. I like that they scaled up his head. I know that's something I do in my thumbnails too, but it's just like, it always looks so goofy. I love it. He should have done it to all of them just a little bit. Made Vitaly's like 3 times as big, but then make all these guys 2 times as big. Just for comedy's sake. We're going to go now and recapping the beef.
What if the lottery was on your phone? With real tickets, real winners.
You had beef with rapper Lil Tracy.
Is Lil Tracy a big deal?
Oh, I thought things were playing, multiple audios were playing at once. But it was just the fact that they were talking over the video.
He's like,
How old is Lil
he's
Tracy?
popular. He's got a cult fan base.
Why did you tell me to keep my name out of your mouth, Grandpa?
You don't remember?
No.
Oh, because of the
This
Lil
was like
Nas.
Preemptively blocked the
It was because in the...
We were talking about like if Lil Nas invented his genre, and we were talking about like other people who were doing similar things.
So we were saying
like
that...
if Old Town Road seemed like a ripoff of Lil Tracy.
And I said no.
Yeah. You
And he
said
was
Lil
not happy
Tracy
about
was
that.
like, he needed to just deal with it.
Okay.
And then he called you a grandpa.
But he never blocked me. It's awesome.
He's 23.
And
I just went to his Twitter to see that you follow.
Geez, because I thought it was hilarious and I retweeted him. Because I love
What if
whenever
you're still
we're
blocked?
equal. Let's check. Am I in rap beef right now?
But anyways, that was
awesome.
a fun moment.
Yeah.
Great recap. Yep, confusing him with Lil Uzi all
Lil
the time.
Uzi Vert implanting a $24 million pink diamond on his face. I have a lot of questions about this. Here, let me pull this up. So, here. Broke. Okay, here's a photo. So, apparently, okay, first of all, Lil Uzi is not that big of a deal. I don't think he is worth $24 million. So
yeah.
my question is,
How does he afford it?
It's
That's
worth
my
a gazillion.
question too.
either I think he's greatly exaggerating the price, or he's got some crazy ass loan out for this diamond.
Or he's bigger than we think.
He's not bigger. Ian, is he bigger than we think?
I mean, he's mid-level, medium-sized.
Wait, AB's nodding yes. You think he's a big deal?
I think he is, yeah.
You think he's got $24 million to spend on this shit?
I mean, I don't know if he's...
I mean, his estimated net worth is $25 million, so I don't know.
that rich, but he does get a lot of streams. His numbers are always high. He's always like top 15.
Is that right? Didn't you say he had like 2 million?
I mean, Spotify says, I think 25 million monthly listeners.
That's nothing. That's very low. That we get that many views on our YouTube channel.
I mean, a lot of these artists, little Uzi Vert type artists, get a lot from festivals, concert tours, things like that.
Yeah,
which
he
has
ain't
been
making any
completely
money this
decimated
year.
right now. So
Yeah, he don't have no pink diamond money. Here, let me type.
I don't know.
See, Lil Uzi Vert is good, but ever since Mario Judah came out, I was like, he changed the genre. Nobody can do it like Judah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Lil Uzi Vert net worth. But like, I mean, first of all, this is 16 million, so that's pretty good. But that ain't no fucking pink diamond.
He put all his net worth into the diamond. Yeah, no, back then he didn't even have the 25 million. Now he could buy one. Back then he was flexing.
Diamond.
He was fake flexing.
Anyway, he's put it in his forehead like the dude from Avengers. And I don't know if this is like a chakra move, because Lil Uzi Vert was the weird cult guy, right, Ian?
Yeah.
Did a whole presentation on him.
Yeah. Dude, does a diamond really cost $24 million just for the stone? Is that a real thing? Here's him from Instagram story.
I feel like this might have started too late. They did
I'm gonna be right
confuse
there.
him.
So it's actually in the middle. It's John in the middle.
I know. I remember everyone was clowning him, telling him it wasn't centered.
Bryce Hall. I don't even know Bryce Hall.
I just saw little Tracy.
Fashion Nova.
Little Tracy.
Little Tracy. Matt Haas. It wasn't Matt.
Mention little Tracy.
It wasn't Matt Haas. It wasn't Matt
You're
Haas.
gonna set him up.
Yo, Lil Tracy, every time I first of all, we mentioned him a few episodes. What was the context? I said something like...
You only mentioned his name because you were trying to refer to Little Uzi Vert.
Yeah.
You called him Little Tracy. You got it confused.
You always get
it was just in
confused.
passing, and he went off again on Twitter.
Lil Tracy is very sensitive to me mentioning him, because after that brief mix-up, he literally tweeted out like, H3 podcast, keep my fucking name out of your mouth. He's got beef with me. Ian. Should I be afraid of Lil Tracy?
He does not like you.
I really think we should be
We
friends.
never said a bad word about him.
Little Trace.
I don't think I ever said a bad word about him. Ian, is he like a scary rapper, Lil Tracy?
No.
Or is
I will say I'll never understand why Ethan was ever in I guess it would be the other way around. I don't know why Def Noodles was ever in Ethan's good graces, because he is just he's not interesting, he's not funny, and he's like, I don't know, Def Noodles was not. I'm just going off of the one statement in there. But yeah, that was the beef with Lil Tracy. Lil Tracy's just sensitive. He doesn't like people talking about him online. So he'll spout off on Twitter, calling them old and saying that they're clout goblins or whatever. The Goof Gang. The Goof Gang. It is well known that the podcast takes a lot of inspiration from the Howard Stern Show. Goof Gang is a play on words for Howard Stern's Whack Pack. A turn of phrase, if you will. A group of interesting personalities that often appear on the show. It was something they mentioned in the early years of the pod, but the term itself never really stuck. It's because they never solidified it.
we're talking about?
And also, they probably realized that
Everyone said I'd have to
Howard
leave my
Stern
job to
stopped
earn a
doing it
marketing
because,
degree. Everyone
it just
except
felt like-
WGU.
It just felt like abusing mentally handicapped people. And that's why it's like, if you are going to have on people that might have a bit of a, I don't know, diminished mental capacity or whatever, the thing to do is make sure that you're uplifting them and not just gawking at them, which was the issue with the Whack Pack. is that it wasn't about look at this person and their special interests and the things that they like, you know, the actual like interesting comedic things that can be done. It was more about pointing and laughing. Oh, we started. It's alive, everybody. Go enjoy the pod. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. I will be back on Wednesday to do another one of these, and I should be back tomorrow to do a little stream of my own, probably in the afternoon sometime. But maybe closer to the evening time. But yeah. Thank you so much. Remember, like and subscribe, please. I need it. This is Captain Quasar signing off. The Keemstar beef is the only thing that makes sense.